Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Sunday, January 19th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, The Blue Sky Social, the Tube, and now Fanbase. I forgot I downloaded the app for Fanbase. I'm on Fanbase. No content on there yet, and I haven't added the link to my link tree, but there will be very soon. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. If some of it does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Real Love Tarot Intuitive Oracle deck by Renee Mardoff. And then I just got this hat. It's supposed to be like a little cat ear hat. I think it's really cute, really punk. Reminds me of growing up in the 90s. You might see me in it a lot because it's going to be like my new house hat. I'm just going to say. There are other colors, so I might go back and buy another color or two just for funsies. But yeah, you might see me in this hat a lot. I'm just saying. And with that being said, let's get into this. Okay. If anybody has a link to donate for the fires in California, if anybody has donated and they have like a link of a good charity to donate money for the fires in California, can someone like comment and post those to me? I was thinking of donating to a animal shelter in Pasadena. I don't know if it's still there. I saved the link on my Facebook, but honestly, I don't know if it's still there. I mean, obviously, should still donate because if they're not there, they're gonna probably want to rebuild. But yeah, if anybody has a link, like if they donated to somewhere, I would love to know because I would love to donate. $50, $100, whatever I can come up with. I would love to. My dad's Aunt Barbara used to own a house in Rancho Mirage. And my grandparents, my grandfather was a plastic surgeon. These are my dad's parents, by the way. Both my grandparents grew up poor in Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay. My grandfather became, that was an interesting slip of the tongue. My grandfather became a plastic surgeon. When my grandmother worked, she was a secretary to a general at the Great Lakes Naval Base here in Illinois. And anyway, they ended up retiring to Arizona when I was 9. But they used to go visit because Aunt Barbara was my grandfather's sister. They used to go visit her at Rancho Mirage, and there was one time where my grandfather said he was sitting out on her patio in the backyard, and a golf ball flew over the hedge because there's a big golf course there. And he said he got up and he walked down to go pick it up, and as he walked down to go pick it up, somebody came through the hedge. And who came through the hedge? None other than Tommy Lee Jones, the actor. And my grandfather picked up the ball and gave him the ball and said, "Here you go." And Tommy Lee Jones says, "Thank you." And my grandfather turned around and walked away. He knew who he was. He knew who he was. In all honesty, I probably would do the same thing because I am, don't get me wrong, congratulations if you're an actor, a singer, a writer, whatever, fabulous. But if I meet you in person, I'm going to treat you like every other fucking person. I don't care. Millionaire, billionaire, 1,000aire, have $0 in your pocket. I'm literally going to treat you the same. This ain't no clout chaser. I'm not going to giggle. I'm not going to laugh behind my back, behind my hand, like, hee, look who it is. No, absolutely the fuck not. You came out of somebody's just like everybody else. I never forget that story. Yeah, I was updating my link tree, taking lemonade off there and TikTok, and then Instagram, because I deleted my Instagram. And I deleted my business Facebook for the Humble Hermit LLC only because I just I don't know if I'm going to keep Facebook at all, even for my personal. So I just moved it over to my personal Facebook page, and I opened it to the public because I'm not going to give them any more business. They don't deserve it. Mark Zuckerberg can suck it, as far as I'm concerned. But I was on there. I had put all my links on there for the charities that I donate to every month, and I'm like, damn it, I want to donate for the fires in California, but I don't know where to donate. And don't tell me the Red Cross, because I'm not donating to the Red Cross. The Red Cross spends, 70% of what you donate on office stuff, salaries, etc. It's one of my biggest flippin' pet peeves. We got 2 on the table. Three on the table. Oh, if you hear the music, that's like one of those sound things for technically sleeping. I was watching a tarot reading, and I was watching Empress Ava, actually, and it just came on like right after, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave it on there. Because I did a few little chores. Okay, I wasted 8 minutes chatting, and I've only got 4 cards on the table. Okay, for a second, I thought that was upside down. Pardon me. Well, if it seems smoky, it probably is, because I was burning sage, and it's still flickering a little bit, I think. We got 6 on the table. 7 on the table. Eight on the table. 10 on the table. One last shuffle. Oh, Miss Harley Beaner's in here. She's probably looking herself right about now. She's off camera. She's like way over there. All right, we got 11 on the table with bottom of the deck. Let me see. See, there she is in all her glory. That's the Beaner. She's kind of like a gray tabby. She's really tiny. She knows we're watching. She knows everything. I'm whispering, and she probably realizes why. She's a psychic cat. I really truly believe cats are psychic. Like, they look at you like they know everything that you're thinking. I feel like they do. Divine inheritance. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Yeah, I don't know about that. Lusting over you heavily. That's some wasted energy because I'm celibate. Everything is backfiring on them. At first I thought it was upside down, and then I was like, oh yeah, Kim, you were born blonde. You know that, right? Caution. Get all the facts before you act. Freaking Sherlock Holmes up in here. We got whorish ways. We had that one last time too, now that I think about it. And the please forgive me we had last time. Breaking news. Realizing the truth. They want a romantic relationship with you. And then bottom of the deck, flowing attraction. All right, so hardy har har har. Oh, feminine, masculine, take har resonates. It don't matter. You could be a Martian, honey. It does not matter. You probably are. You probably got that much of it in your DNA. Just saying. So when I looked at this divine inheritance, first of all, I think this is someone, you weren't supposed to inherit them, but this was someone that you were supposed to be involved with. And guessing from the cards are in a romantic type way. So a soul contract, a soulmate, a twin flame, a divine counterpart, however you want to phrase that. I think this was part of your divine inheritance, okay? That can be part of your divine inheritance. It doesn't always have to be money. Everybody always says, oh, you might be getting a house because it's divine inheritance. Please stop saying that. It can be whatever. Divine inheritance, it could be anything. It could be gifts, spiritual gifts. It could be intuition. It could be empathy. It could be psychic abilities. It could be literally throwing fire from your hands. That's mine, people. Do not steal it. That is my gift. I got that coming to me. I already claimed fire hands. Come up with your own. Divine inheritance can be anything. It could literally just be this honey stirrer thing. Like, that's your inheritance. I inherited a car. My parents bought me a car with my dad's inheritance from my grandparents. That was my inheritance, a car. Pretty damn nice car. Just saying. It could be someone that took, if they're using hoodoo, voodoo, witch magic bullshit. But I don't think that. I think this is a person that you were supposed to be in connection with romantically, and this was diverted from you. Or this person, I don't know that they know that they were supposed to, like be with you for a specific reason. But this is someone realizing after the fact, like, I think we were supposed to be together. Like, I think I chose the wrong person, kind of thing. I don't think they realize why, though. Not yet, anyway. And even though this person, with the lusting over you heavily, the flowing attraction, even though this person is obviously attracted to you in some type of way, sexually, maybe mentally, maybe emotionally, maybe, sexually, physically, same thing. Well, I don't know. Are they the same thing? Sexual, if you're interested in someone sexually, that means technically you're interested in them physically, right? Because you would have to find them attractive on some type of level to be interested in them sexually. So, kind of the same thing. Electrolytes. I drank my breakfast. I had a big monster with a protein shake. I combined it. I had a probiotic can. I had a half a glass of V8. And now I'm having this. Highly recommended. It's an electrolyte mix I got off Amazon. This person's bad choices, bad choices. This person just was living their life. They were doing what they were doing with no regard to anyone else. They, whether they're flying by the seat of their pants or they actually thought about something before they went in a direction. Like, this person didn't, quote unquote, know any better. They're just doing what they're doing. So, bad decision. They were just making a decision. Like, in their eyes, it wasn't a bad decision. But whatever those decisions were, they're backfiring on them. Now, I'm going to say this is double-sided because the caution, get all the facts before you act. I think this is for them, first off, like, hey, you should have used your intuition. You should have used your third eye. How did you not know you weren't going in the right direction? And I also think this caution, get all the facts before you act, is for you or whoever this person is that they're realizing they want back. And I don't necessarily think this person went in another direction. I think they went in many directions, okay? Like, this is someone that just didn't want to be tied down. This is someone that was playing the field. No matter what their age, like, they just didn't want to be in a relationship. You guys know how I feel about that. As you get older and older and older, like, what are you doing? 20s, 30s, okay, fine. You want to play around, whatever. 40s, I feel like as soon as you hit 40, if you haven't been married, if you let me just say this. If you hit 40 man or woman, whether you got kids or not, whether you've been married or not, if you have never really had a committed relationship last for at least a couple years without cheating, without a wandering eye, without that karmic low vibrational behavior, if you haven't experienced that by the time you're 40, then what the hell are you going to do in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s? You guys know how I feel about that. Like, as you get older and older and older, that kind of behavior just becomes redundant. Like, what are you going to do when you're 70? You're still going to be out there putting your dick in everything you say? You're still going to be out there spreading your legs for every person you meet? Like, don't you want a person? Like, one person to come home to be there for you? Like, why, at the age of 70, what is the attraction of whoring around? Like, explain it to me. Explain it to me. Tell me. Make me see it from the other side, because I really want to know. I really want to know. Because I've been there. In my 30s, in my 40s. I told you in 2023, when I spent like that 6-month period with the one guy, and before that I was playing the field. Like, I don't see the point. And there are so many nasty ass people out there, like, they just don't give a fuck about their mental, emotional, physical, sexual health. They just don't give a shit. Like, they'll just give it to anybody. Like, seriously. I don't understand that behavior. In your 40s, your 50s, your 60s? Like, no, I don't get it. Make me see, make me understand. Explain it to me. Tell me why you think that's okay. And tell me why men will tell me it's okay for men, but it's not okay for women. No, honey, it's not okay for men either. It's really not. Because I got to tell you, and I've said this before when I was on TikTok, I don't want no man with a high body count. You don't want a woman with a high body count? Guess what? I don't have a high body count. I probably have the least count in the whole state of Illinois, if not the whole country. And I don't want no man with no high body count. So, checkmate. Seriously, I don't get it. And on TikTok there was a video, and I've talked about it before on here. There was a video of a beautiful young black woman being interviewed by this middle-aged black guy. I don't know who he was, but he must have been like an announcer. He had his own podcast, or he's something. And he asks her about men, and she says, well, I don't want no old black man. She's like, I'm not going to be stuck with no old black man. She's like, I want a man my age. I want a man who hasn't been around. I want a man that doesn't have a million kids. She's like, you see these men out there hoeing. This is what she said. You see these men out there hoeing in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. And then they get into their 50s and their 60s, and they decide they deserve a young, single, black woman with no kids. She's like, no, you don't deserve me. She's like, you deserve the woman your age that has the 10 kids and 10 baby daddies. Go chase that woman. She's like, you're not getting me. And the black guy, who, again, is probably like 20 years older than her, I would say, 10 to 20 years older than her, easy. He goes, but why? And you could just tell in his mind, he's thinking, why doesn't this woman want me? Because we don't want hoes. Men, women, we don't want hoes. We don't. Speaking as a former hoe, we don't want hoes. I wish I could have saved. I never saved that video. I should have saved it like to another platform, but I never did. Oh, that video was hilarious. And I posted more than once on TikTok because the way he looked at her and acted like she had like stabbed him in the heart. But she's not wrong. She's a beautiful young woman in her 20s. Why the hell would she want to settle down with like a 50-year-old man that has like 5, 10 kids, baby mamas, never been married, never been in a commitment? Like, what 20-year-old woman wants to settle down with that? Like, men literally have lost their minds. Literally have lost their minds. In 2023, I got into an argument with a guy I was friends with on TikTok. He had been divorced. He had 2 kids. His daughter was like 13 or 14. His son was like 10, 12, something like that. And he literally gets on his page on TikTok talking about how he's not ready to, I think I've talked to you guys about this before. He's not ready to settle down, but when he does, he wants a 19-year-old virgin or someone with as many as 2 partners, 2 previous partners, but no more than that. And she has to be a gym nut because he's a gym nut. Like, he works out like crazy. He used to be like overweight and then he started working out and then he became like a gym nut. And I got on there and I made a comment. I said, you really think you're going to find a 19-year-old virgin? And he got all mad at me. He's like, oh, you don't know. He's like, I don't know where you're going to put, like, you shouldn't comment on my stuff. Like, I can look for whatever I want. Da, 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 da. And I said, it's not that. It's not that. It's the fact that I think you're going to find it very hard to find a 19-year-old virgin that's a gym nut, that's beautiful, that wants a 40-something-year-old man with 2 kids, one of which would be almost her own age. Like, you got a 14-year-old daughter. You want to hook up with a 19-year-old woman. That's only a 5-year difference from his daughter. That's kind of disgusting. That's kind of disgusting. I'm just going to say. It gives off very creepy vibes. And I had told him that. And he ignored me when I said that. He ignored it. Because obviously he knows it's creepy. He doesn't care. He wants young pussy and he thinks he deserves young pussy. He thinks that at the age of 45, 50, because he's older than me. I mean, I'm 44 now. This was in 2003. So he's got to be like 48. He's got to be. And he thinks that because he decides he's going to start over, or maybe he didn't decide. Maybe that was decided for him. Maybe that's why he's bitter towards women. I don't know. But he decides he deserves young pussy to start over with. No, you don't, first of all, you don't deserve anything, man or woman. And second of all, just that mentality of like, well, I deserve to go back in time and start over like the way it should have happened. So you're denouncing everything that came before? It's like you're denouncing your first marriage, your children. Like it's like that thought that like, oh, well, that just never happened. I'm going to go over here and create a whole new family. And I had said to him, I said, all the women I know in their 20s, I don't know any 19-year-olds. I said, but all the young women that I know in their 20s have had more sexual partners than I have. And I was 42 at the time. Well, 43 at the time. And he goes, oh, I don't think you know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, I know what I'm talking about in my own circle, and that's what I'm using as an example. People out there really, they're like losing it. Like, they're really fucking losing it. I can't believe I wasted like 10 minutes talking about that. All right, anyway. It does, whoever this is, they do kind of give off that vibe. Not to the extent that I was saying, but like someone that just was not ready to settle down, and all of a sudden they realize like they let the good one go, like 5-10 years ago. Let me go back to them. First of all, it's very conceited to think that somebody's just going to be there waiting for you, or that you'll steal them back or whatever. Like it's not realistic. With the breaking news and the realizing the truth. So again, this is kind of twofold. So I think you, or whoever this person is that they want to go towards from the past, realize that this was some type of connection. But the connection fell through, this person moved on, right? Maybe there was heartbreak, whatever the case, but I'm getting years. I'm really like getting years. So 2 to 5 years jumps out for me, and 3 years. So maybe, like 2, 3, 5 years. And that could just be different for different people, right? This could have been 2 years ago, somebody you were with 2 years ago, somebody you were with 3 years ago, somebody you were with 5 years ago. Take how it resonates. Now, this person is realizing the same thing. Like, oh, this was a soulmate? This was a twin flame? This was a divine connection? Like, why did I let them go? They want a relationship. They're hoping that the attraction is still there. I think this is. I don't think this person is watching you, or whoever this past person is. I don't think they're watching, like on social media or anything. I think they're relying on their past knowledge. Like, I think whoever they are, they lusted after this person in the past, and that they figure that they'll still feel the same way when they see this person now in the present. Like, like I said, they're hoping that attraction is still there on both sides. Caution, get all the facts before you act. Whoever this person they're going towards from the past, like, I think this person needs to, like, oh, okay, you want to get back together? Where have you been? Who have you been with? Have you been tested? That would be my first question. And be like, can I see those results, sir and or ma'am? And I think this person was thinking about this past person for a while before they even had the epiphany that this was a soul connection. They were thinking about it for a while. And I think that everything is backfiring on them. I don't even think that's necessarily just because of this past person. I think because this person does a lot of karmic shit. And by that, I really just mean like going in the wrong damn direction. Like I said, this is someone that doesn't use their intuition, doesn't use their third eye, doesn't pay attention to signs. They're just like, okay, I'm going to go this way. Like a fool. Like, often when you make the wrong choice, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be in love, it could be in anything. Often when you make the wrong choice, it backfires on you. You get karma. That's what happens. That's nothing new, you know? There's nothing here about this other person or you, if this is you, that they're going towards. There's nothing here about you. So this is all just about them like realizing, thinking about it. Okay, so I also um I kept picturing Robert Downey Jr. and oh god, what's his name? What's his name? I just saw him on a feed on Facebook. He played Wolverine. I literally just had his name in my head a while ago. Anyway, whoever this masculine energy is, okay? And again, if it's a woman, it's a woman, but it's someone with like dark eyes, like brown eyes, dark hair, someone a little bit taller, maybe a little, I don't want to say fat or chunky, but like someone like built, not necessarily too muscly, but like, and if they no longer have brown hair, they used to, okay? If they have gray hair now, they have gray hair. But there was brown hair. Like I was getting brown hair, brown eyes. Again, more masculine like, even if it's a feminine. I don't want to hear nothing. And I never hear anything negative in the comments from you guys, but I don't want to hear anything negative about that, okay? I have a little bit of masculine in me, okay? Like, there have been plenty times in my life where I was like, wasn't I supposed to be born an actual man? Like, what is this? Don't get me wrong, I love being a woman for the most part. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. And if that's you, that's you. If you're more masculine energy, you have brown hair, you have brown eyes, then there you go. Guys, seriously, I don't usually pick up on that. I don't know why that was. I don't usually pick up on that type of stuff. And even when I do, I usually don't say it out loud because I feel like that um, just makes people think that the read isn't for them. And I don't want people to think that just because I said brown eyes and brown hair. But I really got it. Like, twice. Like I got the Robert Downey Jr. and I got Hugh Jackman. That's what his name is, Hugh Jackman. And then he showed me Hugh Jackman, and it was like, okay, you got to say this like manly. So otherwise, I wouldn't have said it because I don't like to try and like. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm done with this energy. I'm done with story time. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday. It's actually, I had to go out and throw out some stuff in my trash cans. It's actually not that bad out right now. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight, though, I think. And most of the day tomorrow. All right. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Sunday. I'll talk to you later.